Well, a lot of controversy has been surrounding this Drake and Pusha T beef. A lot of other people are chiming in. A lot of people are having beefs, side beefs from this beef. Well, someone who reacted was somebody who's always been holding out for a Drake verse. I'm talking about Juelz Santana. He thinks that Pusha T went too far. He must have forgot that dis stands for disrespect, and it's who disrespects the other person the most wins. Okay? It's also bars and everything. All that ties into it in skill, but it's about disrespect. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Hit that bell, hit that subscribe button, and if you want to run out to the channel, it's jordantowermedia@gmail.com. Well, Juelz Santana feels that the Drake and Pusha T beef, Pusha T went too far on Drake. Now, I think he's probably talking about the lines where, he's talking about OVO 40 having MS. Okay? I mean, that's touchy. That's, it's not his fault, but it wasn't Tupac, it wasn't Prodigy's fault that he has sickle cell when Tupac dissed him for having sickle cell. But people weren't really tripping about that. But maybe they were tripping about it, we just didn't see it because there was no social media. But Juelz word for word said Pusha went too far, and it was still just satisfactory. The wordplay was pretty clever. I mean, if you really delve into it, and I'm shocked that Juelz doesn't see this because Juelz is one of the best lyricists out here. He just hasn't been giving us a lot of music consistently. But, Juelz Santana is one of the best, so I'm kind of shocked he didn't see this. But anyways, we'll have to see. Then he said, and he started all this, y'all just want to see Drake lose. I think a lot of people always champion the person who's Drake's consistently winning out here. They always champion that person to lose. But I'm not going to forget that Juelz Santana made a song called Drake Voice. Drake threw Juelz in the, Weston Roads. He said a leg hanging out of the Phantom like Juelz Santana. I don't know if he was talking about Juelz Santana on the Come Up DVD or on one of those DVDs. But, Juelz knows that, Drake, he fired back within 24 hours. Then Pusha T came, and Pusha T came with the disrespect. So, I don't know. I think he's just doing his job, honestly, and he's ready for whatever. But it was far with the 40 thing. But that's what beef is, man. Like, hey, Pusha T said he was ready for the smoke. I'm sure Drake was ready for the smoke too. And Drake has that 72-hour rule he always talks about. So I expect that we're gonna get. Is today 72 hours? Or is tomorrow 72 hours? I can't remember. I think he dropped it on Tuesday, so Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So I expect to hear from Drake tomorrow. If you don't, Pusha T won. I mean, just the beef part. I mean, obviously, Drake's gonna win sales and everything, but Juelz, we need more music, and I feel bad that he got in trouble with the TSA thing. Because Juelz has a lot of talent, and they brought this up during the Breakfast Club when they were talking about Jim Jones. Envy brought it up. He said, "Do you think Juelz was wasted talent, like the title of your album?" And Jim Jones said, "A little bit of talent, maybe wasted, yeah, because Juelz is one of the nicest. Juelz is one of the nicest. I'll always say that. Juelz is amazing. So I'm just shocked that when he did his comeback 2 years ago, he wasn't consistent with it. I thought he really wanted it again, and people were here for it. But anyways, we'll have to see what happens. It's Jordan Tower with JT News. Hit that bell, hit the subscribe button, and if you want to add to the channel, it's jordantowermedia@gmail.com.